Alright, finally warmed up. We'll try to get back to work here. Start cutting out these bad spots here. This side's gonna be way easier. Not a whole lot on this side to have to fix. The doors been smashed before and they drilled it and pulled it. And so we're gonna clean all this up. We're gonna weld all these holes shut. So we got the window rolled up, so we'll be all right there. Won't get no splatter on the glass. Wish I could get in there and beat that out a little better, but there's like a plate inside of here, so you can't get to this spot. So I've already pulled the door skins. Can't remember if I showed you guys. I put the new roof rail seals in. But yeah, there's a steel plate right in there that keeps you from getting into where those holes are. You can just barely see the back side of them right there. So, yeah, well, as long as there ain't no rust behind them, I don't care. Alright, let's get this lapping. Alright, making some progress here. Kind of got this put together. Got the inside part re-welded and fixed. And yeah, I'll take a couple little spots of weld here and there and a little touch more grinding. We're working on down here right now. We're gonna square the inside piece up, and then we're gonna lay a chunk down, and then we'll weld that straight to the back of the lip, and then we'll bring this piece out and then weld it on, so it'll be double attached to seal it. So that should work all right. Just the easiest way to make that fix. Metal's pretty good and thick right here, so. Alright, let's get back at it. Okey-dokey. Put in a little bit of work. And it still needs sanded and all that, but yeah, we got all the new steel laid right across here. Inside piece is welded to this piece, and then the top piece is welded on top of this weld on the inside, so it's like double layered here, welded. So that works for me. Alright, so basically a little bit of sanding and maybe a little more mudding, and then we get our attention to the door and the very bottom front corner of each of the doors. And then try to get back underneath, clean the front section here from the rear end forward, so I can get the fuel tank and all that dropped back in. Alright, on to the next part. Alrighty, it's been an all day event. Cutting all 4 of these bolts and then having to chisel them. But, you know, finally down to the last one. Well, so much for that, huh? Could have been like poor rambling around when he snapped his GTO emblem. That was a lot worse, so it's alright. Let me get it popped right out here with this thing. No big deal. There we go. So we'll take and come back in behind here at the hammer and straighten it out, because she was dinged up anyway, so it's never gonna be perfect, but we can put all new bolts in here now and get it realigned, because it's kicked off to one side for when it got wrecked back in the day. So now at least when I put it back on there, I can put all new bolts into the back bumper here and at least get it lined up from left to right to center it. Alright, let's get this all cleaned up, get them sprayed, and get the bumper all cleaned up, because the inside of it's rough. So we'll clean that up and wire brush it down, and we'll put some anti-rust on there. And we'll call that good. Alright, you guys, on to the next part. Alrighty, making some headway. We got the other 2 lights laid in. Little backing plates there, nutted and bolted on. Cleaned up the back of the bumper here and sprayed it. Like I said, she's looking pretty good. Got the other 2 lights in here, and I still need to clean up a little bit down here. So basically I just welded the bottom edge of each of the lights in. No big deal. So I'll throw a couple more little tacks here and grind that little edge here a little bit smoother. I'll blend it right in. I ain't worried about it. The bumper's pretty beat up anyway. I just need it to work. So then we got the lights in. Just need to get the brackets over here that I got all cleaned up. Got all new bolts and stuff for these, so I'll get those bolted back on to new hardware, and yeah, get the wiring done, and we'll get the bumper back on because I can't put the fuel tank in until I get the wiring ran back into the rear end here first. So okie dokie, keep moving along. Alright, so it's been a slow process, sanding and wire wheeling and all that to get this all sprayed, so it don't look too bad. I welded up a couple small holes, but I still got some spots here, pink tiny ones down here you're gonna need fixed. But I mean, at least right now it's gonna slow everything down. I can come in and section out a piece here and I'll weld one in, but I mean, at least I won't have to worry so much about this. Just scuff it and shoot another layer or 2 on there a little bit later on. So at least that'll give it more protection than no protection. Alright, yeah, she's looking pretty good. Like I say, that back bumper does look decent, so we'll go with it. Still a little tweaked on the corner over there, but whatever. At least the bench test, it all works. Alright. Not all tough. Just to give you an idea how dull the bumper is there, half to half. I mean, it's still a little wet, but you can see the difference there. Yeah. Alright, we'll finish polishing that out. Alright. I finished SOSing the rest of the front there. Oh, we spent the day running SOS pads on all the chrome. Got it all polished up and stuff. So, I mean, I swear I was polishing that, and I was starting to drool, getting all that old paint off. So, yeah, it looks better. And granted, windshields are dirty, but yeah, she came out pretty good. So granted, I'll get in there, I'll fix those little holes here, small potatoes, because that's only about 1% of the work, and the other 9% was all the other stuff. So, all right. I figure come July is when I'm shooting, get this thing running. So that's the plan anyway. Alright, you guys. Alright, well, we found a decent piece of angle iron. It's pretty thick. So basically, we just kind of sectioned a piece of the bad stuff out over there, welded some new in, and we kind of got this sort of tacked into place here at the top, because obviously it's raining now. But I said this is tacked in. I'm thinking I'll probably just come in, maybe drill it, and put a couple nuts and bolts in there just for extra support maybe. So, but at least that's going to support the pan when it lays on top of there for now. Man, I'm still unsure if I'm going to keep the tub or not. Probably going to give it the delete, and then, like I said, lay a little pan across there, splash guard on each corner here. Probably what I'm going to end up doing, so. Alright. Moving along. Alrighty. I think today, I think we're going to wash this mess. I mean, you can see the roof. I mean, this car hasn't been cleaned in over 10 years probably, so. Paint's rough, it doesn't matter. Get all the dirt off it, make it kind of look nice. And still needs work down here. I mean, I have to go over it and sand this whole thing down, do a little bit of leveling it in spots, but you know, this ain't out to win any beauty pageant, so. I'm working on this side here, and it's got most of the door halfway straightened out. I mean, I got a little bit of a low spot right here I'm gonna have to fix. Kind of got this half-assed filled back in. Front's gonna need some work here still. So let's pull all this back and see what's up here. I'm gonna have to probably knock all this out and weld the lip of the door here, more than likely. Still have to fix the hole down here and get the inside of the doors sprayed out. So, all right, well, let's start washing this thing. Alright, well, we're at the halfway point here. I mean, basically cleaning is like just like 220 wet sand here, basically is all I'm doing. You can see how much crud was on the hood. You can actually like see through the windshield for the first time in who knows how long. So, yeah. Definitely nice and soft now. I mean, this poor car, she hasn't, I mean, I like that, nice and soft. So definitely gonna take a lot of loving still. But first step, get all the dirt and gunk off. I mean, pretty much see the, you know, it's going to take a lot to fix this. Paint blend into paint here. A lot of edging, so it's going to take a lot of sanding to get this where I can get her with a good paint anyway. So see through the back there. Looking better. I mean, this end back here not so bad. You can just kind of get a glimpse of how dirty that half is, but only because I've been kind of messing with it too. Still ain't done this side yet, but yeah. Say goodbye to lichens. These things are pretty thick. They've been on here a long time. Alright, well, let's get this half done and we'll come back at you. Alright, we got her all pretty much 220 wet sanded now, so I feel a lot better touching it. So, yeah, she looks a little better. I mean, better than being all dirty. Kind of blended in where I've been working here and there, and yeah, it's gonna take some work. Now that I got it all cleaned down, I mean, you can see all the wrinkles and dents right here where this door was, front end was hit. It either crinkled this door up a little bit or something, but whatever. So I'll do my best to fix it and get it kind of smoothed back out with a little bit of fill. Roof pretty smoothed up. She's still gonna take a lot of sanding though. I mean, get all the little pitting and stuff there kind of blended down. But yeah, just moving along. Granted, the hose ain't long enough. I didn't get a good rinse back here, but windows are clean. What you got on this side? I like that nice and soft. But yeah, let's say a little bit of door work down there, and hopefully here in the next couple months we'll have this thing put together. So, all right, you guys, thanks for watching. Well, we just put a couple more hours of work in. Pretty much got the underbelly down here pretty well squared away. Still gonna need a little more work on the other side there, but really close to having this all finished finally. So I just need to get up underneath in the corners on the insides of the wells over there still, but I wasn't worried about that because I put the tank back in here pretty quick. So okay, that's what I like to see.